when you're winning,
Yep.
you don't, and the Western allies are sending you weapons, and they're like, why would you do a deal? You're thinking, let's get back to, well, let's get back the eastern regions. Let's think about Crimea. Let's go back to 1991 borders. Do you think maybe that's why they didn't do a deal then? It's just maybe like they were waiting to see the summer counteroffensive that obviously failed and all of that.
So if the first counteroffensive was wildly successful.
Totally.
And that's the point in my understanding. That's the point in which you're saying we could have called it, hey, let's come to the table right now.
Yeah.
We're winning. Momentum's on our side. Really, that's what we're talking about, is just a shifting in momentum.
Yes.
All the amateurs out there are the ones that are talking about winning and losing.
Yeah.
It's really just a shift in momentum and a shift in advantage, right? But when you're talking about that shift in momentum as a time to negotiate, that's one of those times. I want to know what was happening in the back rooms. Were the Western allies supporting Ukraine saying, hey, you guys, this is a great time to come up with some sort of offer? In fact, there were offers that were being brokered by China. There were peace deals that were being brokered by China. Turkey offered a peace deal in the same period of time. They weren't taken. Well, were they not taken because the administration under Zelensky was like, we're going to go against what our advisors are recommending and we're going to keep pushing? Or was that deal not taken because the advisors themselves said, hey guys, you're winning. We're not slowing down our support. Let's keep pushing. I would venture to say that the advisors encouraged them to keep pushing. I still believe, to all of my training and all of my spidey senses, if that's what you want to call it, this is a proxy conflict. The United States is using this as an opportunity to degrade Russian capabilities in the long run. Not just like make Russia lose influence. They are literally stealing assets out of that belong to Russia, that are currently being held in European and Western banks. Sovereign assets. They just passed legislation that means they can take and sell those assets and use them for their own. They just stole money from Russia because of a disagreement over what Russia was doing in Ukraine. That's having that kind of power, having that kind of benefit. That's not because they're trying to protect NATO. That's not because they're trying to enforce democracy. They're trying to degrade a global power competitor, what's known as a GPC country. That's the problem. And Putin knows that. And whoever comes after Putin, when that time comes, also knows that they're being degraded. The weapon systems are being degraded. Thousands of tanks are gone. Rockets are gone. Missiles are gone. Troops are gone. All of the influence, all of the regional damage, all of that is something that Russia's going to have to deal with for the next 2 decades, just like Israel's going to have to deal with their decisions for the next decade to 2 decades. This is strategic. It gives the United States and Western allies that much more time to be first place in the race, and it neutralizes Russia. That's, to me, what's really happening in Ukraine.
So fresh on. Freedom.